Okay, so we were discussing principles of management, 14 principles which are given by Henry Fayol. 14 principles are given by father of management, and we have already covered 10 principles, and now we are going to do the last 4. Okay, so the principle here you can see on the screen is order. Principle of order. Bache, what do you mean by order? First of all, you should understand there are two meanings of this word. One, order is to give instructions or order to someone. That is not the point to be discussed here. The other order is when we are doing something in an orderly manner, when we are doing something in a sequenced way, in which it should be there. And when we are doing something in that way, it is called as order, right? Like I'm saying you, there is a lot of chaos. You are not doing your work orderly. Orderly means what should be like कोई भी अगर हम बात कर रहे हैं नॉन लिविंग थिंग्स की, so where it should be placed, that thing is not at its place. So I will say कि you are not an order, like orderly manner में काम नहीं हो रहा है. Your notebooks are there on the dining table and food is there on your study table. So the things are not at its place. So order principle here means you are supposed to write these lines. I am telling you to write. Right person should be right at the right job. If you have book, ये line आपको मिलती है तो underline करिए. Otherwise, you are supposed to write it down. Right person should be placed at the right job, and right things should be placed. Right thing should be placed at right place. Now, what do you mean by this? It means like in an organization, when you are like placing the individuals, for example, if I'm talking about persons, so every individual should be available at its assigned place, right? For example, in your company, there is a photostat counter. So you want to get something photocopied, some in a document. And when you visit that place, the person over there, he was not there. So what you were supposed to do, what you will do, you have to wait for the person to come back, and maybe he is not coming back by the evening. So you will be stuck over there. You will not be able to do your work continually. Like further your work will be interrupted. So that is why it is said that that person should be placed at its place. Security guard should be, or gateman should be where? He should be placed at the gate only. वॉचमैन जो है हमारा, उसकी क्या ड्यूटी है? गेट पे रहना है, सिक्योरिटी देती. एंड ही इज फाउंड इन द कैंटीन. सो दैट इज व्हाट शुड नॉट बी देयर. ठीक है. Similarly, we are going to reception. We want to make a call somewhere and the reception person is not there. So that will lead to inefficiency of the organization. So first, every right person should be placed at right place, और वो वहां ही हो. And the same rule is being applicable to things also. That whatever thing is there in the company, for example, let me give you an example of tools. I am looking for a screwdriver. Where I should look? Like I should look into where? Computer table ki drawer mein dekho, or should I look into in my cupboard or locker, or where? If I'm looking for a tool, it should be in the toolbox, right? There is a particular place where in the factory all the tools are being kept. So we are supposed to make sure that each person should be placed at the right place. Each thing, like every thing should also be at the right place, right? For example, there is a machine or there is a generator. To start that generator, you need a handle to like move it like that. उसको घुमाते हैं and then it started. I'm talking about the old version generator. So what if that handle is placed somewhere else where you are unable to find it? You will not be able to start up the generator and then your work will be interrupted, right? So right thing and right person at the right place should be there. Next is the principle of equity that we have already covered. Okay, This is again a very important principle, stability of personnel. This is also called as stability of tenure of personnel. Tenure, tenure, stability of tenure of personnel. Personnel means the individuals, the employees जिनकी हम बात कर रहे हैं. Tenure, tenure, tenure means the time period for which they will be here with us. And stability means stability. So the principle says that the persons who are being employed in the company, their tenure should be stable. Stable means once we are appointing individuals in the company, we are supposed to make sure they will be with us for a very long period, right? For example, let me give you an example. In our organization, there are workers. We have got those workers appointed from ITI college. We are like campus recruitment के लिए हम गए ITI college से freshers को लेके आए, right? And then we train them for 4 to 6 months. 4 से 6 महीने में they are now expert in their work. They have learned all the work. After 1 year now they are saying हमारी सैलरी बढ़ाओ नहीं तो हम जा रहे काम छोड़ के. हम कहते नहीं हम ज्यादा सैलरी नहीं बढ़ाएंगे, जाओ तुम चले जाओ, हमें और मिल जाएंगे बंदे. Now they have left the company. Again we are going to some ITA college. Again we are recruiting new freshers. Then we are again teaching them. We are training them for 4 to 6 months. फिर उनको काम सिखाया. Then they learned the word and then they left again. So are we running a company or a training institute? So this is where Henry Fayol suggests that once an individual is being appointed in your company, he will take 4 to 6 months to learn the work. If you want to fire that person, fire it within like few weeks. Initially, अगर आपको लगता है कि he is not worth it, तो उसको निकाल दो. Once you are appointing that person, you are giving full training to that person. Now don't like let him go. If it works with like थोड़े बहुत पैसे बढ़ा के या थोड़ी adjustment करके, if he is ready to work with us in the future, try to stabilize his work. Try to make him stabilize in the company. Try to make him stay with us, right? So this is the principle of stability of tenure of the personnel. Let's read. It is according to this principle, there should be a stability in tenure of the employees so that the work continues efficiently. Efficiently हमारी कंपनी में जो काम है वो होता रहे. So that is only possible when Aditi wants to ask something. Yes, Aditi.
मैम बुक में एक लाइन लिखी है, एम्प्लॉय टर्नओवर शुड बी मिनिमाइज्ड टू मेंटेन ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल एफिशिएंसी. मैम इसका मीनिंग क्या है?
बेटे एम्प्लॉय टर्नओवर, सी let me tell you the meaning of turnover. Basically turnover means like the word, literal meaning of the word is when something is coming into our company and then going out, it is called as turnover. Like if I talk about goods, हम raw material लाते हैं and then we turn it into finished goods and then we sell it. तो during the year हमने 5 लाख की goods sale करी, उसको हम कहते हैं हमारी 5 लाख की turnover हुई. ठीक है? That is the meaning of turnover. Something is coming in and then going out. Now here what is happening? Employees are coming in as freshers and then turning out as experts. They are not staying with us. So that is why they said that employees turnover should be minimized. They should not be like allowed to go out. Allowed means इसीलिए you may have heard companies bond sign करवाती हैं. When they are appointing someone on a job, वो generally क्या करते हैं 2 years का 3 years का bond sign करवा लेते हैं कि you are not allowed to leave us in this much time period. Afterwards we'll see. उसके बाद अगर वो बंदा से 2 साल 3 साल उसने काम किया, now again he insisted on leaving the company, then we, अगर वो बहुत अच्छा है, we try to like make him stay with us. थोड़े पैसे भी बढ़ा देते, 10-20 हजार 30 हजार जितना उसको suitable लगे, and if we find it comfortable we'll do. And अगर हमें लगता है he is not worth it, वो जाना चाहता है तो let him go. So like that. So generally Henry Fayol says that try to stabilize them, reduce their turnover. Okay, right. Next principle is the principle of initiative. Yes, initiative, I believe you all already know. Initiative का मतलब होता है when you want to give your some idea, or you want to take some initiative, you want to take a first step for something. Now, what do you think that it should be there in the company or not? If your some worker want to take an initiative, what you should do? You should allow him to do so, or you should like, तेरे को ज्यादा पता है, तू वर्कर है, वर्कर बन के रहे, हमें पता है कैसे काम करना है, हमने तेरे को काम बताया है, we have selected a method, follow that, अपना दिमाग मत लगाओ. Now, what is your call on this? आप क्या कहते हो? Any one of you give your idea. Okay,
So we should encourage workers.
okay. Kanav is saying we should
Encourage
encourage
workers for.
Yes. See, somewhere I also think you are right that we should encourage our employees and the workers. If they want to take an initiative, if they want to give us an idea, we should listen to them. See, first thing is we should listen to them. We should not snub them. पहले उनकी बात सुनो, समझो, think over it, ponder over it, and then discuss that. If you think it is very beneficial for the company, you can go for execution also. Execute it in the company, and if it will give you good result, then motivate that employee with the gift or prize or some recognition that this idea was being suggested by this person and we have got this benefit from this. तो इसको हमने employee of the year का award दे दिया और कुछ cash prize दे दिया, something like that. What if the idea is not good for the company? That person thinks it will work, but we know it is not gonna work. Still, we are going to encourage that individual. Great, you have like तुमने सोचा हमारी कंपनी के लिए, that's a great thing. We appreciate you want to like take a new step, you want to give an idea, we have thought over it, and we will see if we can apply it or no problem. If we need to make some changes, we will make, and you are always welcome to come with another idea also. So we can like make him understand कि ये वाला idea नहीं चला, कोई बात नहीं, अगली बार नया idea लेके आना, उसको snub नहीं करना है. जनरली हम क्या करते हैं, तेरे को ज्यादा पता, चुप रहे, वर्कर है वर्कर बन के रहे. मैं MBA करके आया हूँ IIM से, मुझे ज्यादा पता है, मेरे पास 10 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है, तुम्हारे पास तो नहीं है. So this is what is the mentality of managers. So here Henry Fayol want to change that mentality, and that is why these principles are basically meant for managers. He said that when you are in that post, you are supposed to give an opportunity to the employees to come up with the new ideas, and you are supposed to appreciate them for that. According to this principle, employees in the organization must be given an opportunity in making and executing a plan, right? Okay, next, Spirit de Corps is already done. This principle I have told you yesterday, it is about the unity, that all the individuals in the organization should be united. We are supposed to make them work with the team spirit. Now, I believe all 14 principles are over. In case I have left with anyone, kindly tell me. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me right now. Okay, so now we are going to start with the scientific management theory given by F.W. Taylor. Okay, can any one of you please tell me full form of F.W. Taylor? I've told you the very first day. Yes, Aditi want to say. Okay. Ketan.
Frederick Winslow Taylor.
Right. Taylor. It's Frederick Winslow Taylor. Okay. हम ऐसे याद रखते थे, कपड़े सिलने वाला टेलर होता है ना, उससे मेरे को ये भूल जाता था नाम, तो वी यूज्ड टू लर्न इट लाइक दैट, बट इसके स्पेलिंग थोड़ी अलग है. इज नॉट दैट टेलर. ओके, सो टेलर्स कंट्रीब्यूशन टू मैनेजमेंट. सी, वन मोर क्वेश्चन आई हैव टोल्ड यू earlier that the profession of these persons can come in your exam for 1 mark. So what is the profession of F.W. Taylor? he was a mechanical engineer. And what was the profession of Henry Fayol? I've told you the other day. Yes, Aditi, what was the profession of Henry Fayol? Manya.
Mining engineer.
Very good. He was a mining engineer. And for the whole life, Henry Fayol worked on top level, whereas this F.W. Taylor, he started his career from the lower level of the management. He was working on the shop floor. जो factories होती हैं वहां पे lowest level से इसने अपना career start किया. That's the reason why the whole of the theory of F.W. Taylor is related to workers. He was strongly criticized for being against the workers. He used to say worker काम नहीं करते हैं, they are not interested to work, they just are focused on their salary or wages. So he has given a theory which were somehow workers think it is against them, because he used to like give, हम आगे पढ़ेंगे, इन्होंने कुछ techniques दी जिसमें सारा focus workers के ऊपर है. These principles are also not applicable in all the organization. They are applicable only in the organization where some manufacturing is going on, right? When we are talking about hospitals or schools, वहां पे Taylor के principles are not applicable, right? Whereas the Henry Fayol's principle, they are general, like वो हर जगह apply होते because they are related to managers and management is everywhere. This is scientific management. On the shop floor, it is applicable only where the mechanical work is done, right? So let's read. Frederick Winslow Taylor, widely known as Father F.W. Taylor, was an American mechanical engineer who sought to improve industrial efficiency. का काम किया, industries में apply होते हैं इनके principles. He is regarded as the father of scientific management, and he was one of the first management consultants. Now, what is the definition according to him? It is that it is the art of knowing what exactly you want from your men to do. ये मैंने आपको पहले दिन बताई थी मैनेजमेंट की डेफिनेशन में. It is the art of knowing what exactly you want your men to do and then seeing that it is done in the best possible manner, right? In simple words, it is just. Simply अगर बात करें तो दो वर्ड्स जोड़े हैं, एक है साइंटिफिक, दूसरा है मैनेजमेंट. साइंस को जब मैनेजमेंट में ऐड कर दिया, इट बिकेम साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट, राइट? सो definition is clear to you, meaning is clear to you. It is the application of science to management. Next is, what are various principles of management, scientific management? कितने principles given है? Only 4 principles are given by F.W. Taylor. These are the principles of scientific management. Starting from the like clockwise चलेंगे हम. First is science, not rule of thumb. The other is harmony, not discord. Next is cooperation, not individualism. And the last one is development of workers to their greatest efficiency and prosperity. Right? So let's start with the first one. So first is the science, not rule of thumb. This is a very easy to understand. Still, its language is a bit difficult that student used to get confused in this principle. So can anyone of you please tell me what is the rule of thumb? It is basically used in maths. जिनके पास maths है, they should know. Rule of thumb और hit and trial method आपने पढ़ा होगा, 10th में भी पढ़ा है हमने. Hit and trial method maths में. Anyone? Those who have opted for maths? No one? Okay, चलिए मैं बताती हूँ. ग्राफ वाला हम एक चैप्टर करते हैं ना. नेम ऑफ द चैप्टर इज आई थिंक कोऑर्डिनेट ज्योमेट्री. कोऑर्डिनेट समथिंग लाइक दैट. आई एम नॉट श्योर. लॉन्ग बैक आई वाज इन 10th. तो उसमें क्या करते हैं हम, x की वैल्यू पुट करते हैं 0 1 2 and then with the help of that value we used to find the value of y. This is what we are going to do. We are assuming the value, like put करो, चलो x को 0 पुट करके देखो, 1 पुट करो, 2 करो, 3 करो, और जहां पे वो इक्वल हो जाएगा जी हमारा आंसर हो जाएगा. ओके, सो दिस इज द राइट आंसर. x की value is 1 is the answer. I think you may have done it in quadratic equation also. Chapter 4 जो आपका होता है 10th में, पता नहीं भूल गया तुमको, चैप्टर 4 होता है। तो अभी तो 1-2 ही साल हुए आपको वो वाला मैथ्स छोड़े हुए, आपको चैप्टर ही भूल गया। ओके, तो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज हिट एंड ट्रायल मेथड, वेयर यू आर जस्ट गेसिंग द आइडिया कि अच्छा ये करके देखते हैं, इफ इट वर्क विल गो विद दैट, नहीं अच्छा लगा फिर हम दूसरा मेथड लगाएंगे, फिर वो अच्छा नहीं लगेगा फिर हम तीसरा मेथड लगाएंगे। सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज हिट एंड ट्रायल मेथड, और रूल ऑफ थंब भी हम इसको कहते हैं, ठीक है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल सडन लॉकडाउन हो गया, लास्ट ईयर की बात कर रहे हैं, इट वाज अ सडन लॉकडाउन, स्कूल पीपल, नो वन नोज हाउ टू टेक ऑनलाइन क्लासेस। हमारा तो इंडिया वाज नॉट दैट एक्टिव, इतने ज्यादा हम एडवांस नहीं थे, हमें पता ही नहीं था। तो व्हाट एवरीवन स्टार्टेड डूइंग, इनिशियली टीचर्स स्टार्ट रिकॉर्डिंग some PPTs and then sending it in the groups, and then some teachers started recording their lectures and then uski video bhejte the, and then some teachers, it happens across the country, aapke school ka I'm not sure but it happened everywhere. Then some teacher make written notes and then they share notes, some teacher share YouTube links, apne YouTube ke apne ya kisi ke bhi YouTube links share kiye. So this is called as rule of thumb, hit and trial method. They have tried everything, they have tried Google Meet, they have tried I don't know कितनी सारी apps आई अलग अलग, and then we stuck to Zoom back क्योंकि Zoom में हमारे पास कुछ ज्यादा option थी. So this is what F.W. Taylor says should not be there. He said कि आपने क्या पूरा साल एक्सपेरिमेंट ही करते रहना कि चलो ये करके देखते हैं, बच्चों को समझ आया तो ठीक है, नहीं तो दूसरा मेथड लगाएं, फिर वो समझ नहीं आया चलो तीसरा मेथड लगाएं, ये भी पसंद नहीं आ रहा चलो कुछ और ट्राई करते हैं। अच्छा ये वाला बच्चे कह रहे थे ठीक है 1 महीना इसको चलाते हैं, ठीक रहेगा तो अगले महीने यही चलाएंगे, नहीं तो नया लगाएंगे। F.W. Taylor says rule of thumb should be replaced. There should be one single method which is scientifically designed and selected, and that one method is to be applied. You are not going to try your like अपने अपने तरीके अपनाए के देखो और फिर देखो कि आपका रिजल्ट आता है कि नहीं। No, he said that scientific inquiry होनी चाहिए, analysis होना चाहिए of all the methods, and then one suitable method should be selected and it should be applied in the company universally. ऐसा नहीं कि 2 टीचर Zoom से पढ़ा रहे हैं, 4 टीचर Google Meet से पढ़ा रहे हैं, बाकी जिट्सी में ऐप से पढ़ा रहे हैं, और there are so many other apps also. कोई टीचर लाइव पढ़ा रहा है YouTube या Facebook पे, तो ऐसा नहीं चलेगा, ठीक है। So science not a rule of thumb is clear. I'm reading. There should be scientific study and analysis of each element of job rather than adopting old rule of thumb approach on hit and miss method. It encourage thinking before doing, right? Clear है बेटे? आपको अगर इसकी केस स्टडी आएगी, इट विल बी लाइक कि आपको दिया होगा कि वन बेस्ट मेथड इज बीइंग सिलेक्टेड and it is given to everyone to apply in the company. So which principle is being there? So science not rule of thumb is there. ठीक है, अगर ऐसे लिखा होगा कि everyone is trying, अपने अपने तरीके से लगे हैं, एक वर्कर ए ने ऐसा तरीका लिया है, वर्कर बी ने वैसा किया, वर्कर सी ने ऐसा किया, तो वहां पे आएगा क्वेश्चन कि which principle is being violated. So you will write science not rule of thumb principle is violated in the question. They have not selected one single best method, right? Next principle is harmony not discord. Meaning of harmony I believe is clear to you. What is harmony? English आती है इतनी आपको सबको, I know. Please बताइए harmony क्या होती है? Okay, काव्या.
Harmony, ma'am, means जैसे no conflict.
Yes, yes, yes. Peace भी हम इसको कह सकते हैं, where there is no conflict. And discord means conflicts or fights or disputes. So नाम ही हमें बता रहा है आंसर इसका, harmony होनी चाहिए, discord नहीं होना चाहिए. So F.W. Taylor says that in an organization, when we are talking about the like shop floor की बात कर रहे हैं, manufacturing के लिए फैक्ट्री में, there should be complete harmony and proper understanding between the workers in achieving the organizational goals, right? and there can be example related to this which can be there in the exam. For example, workers को अगर पता है कि we are going to do hard work and then the output will be, अगर हमने अच्छा काम किया then we will get some cash prize. हमने अच्छी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की तो हमें उसका बेनिफिट डायरेक्टली या इनडायरेक्टली मिल ही जाएगा. So it means the principle of harmony not discord is there in the company. ठीक है, that this is very easy और पेपर में आता भी कम है. Next is the principle of cooperation, not individualism. This is more or less equivalent to Henry Fayol's principle, subordination of individual interest to general interest. यहाँ पे भी वही है, थोड़ा सा घुमा दिया इसने. इसने बोला इंडिविजुअलिज्म नहीं रखना, अपने बारे में नहीं सोचना है, किसके बारे में सोचना है, कोऑपरेशन के बारे में सोचना है, सबके साथ मिलके काम करना है. There should be team spirit, there should be group efforts, and everyone should be made felt important in the organization, right? Taylor emphasized on the importance of cooperative group efforts between management and workers in achieving the organizational goals and not individualism, right? This is very easy and clear. I don't think to waste more time on this principle. This is again clear to you. अभी मैं आपको जब filling the blanks और true false करवाऊंगी, there I will use some tricky languages to make you understand how to identify cooperation. मतलब FW Taylor का principle है या Henry Fayol का, कैसे आप distinguish between कर पाओगे, कैसे आप identify कर पाओगे, that we will do practice after this chapter, right? Right now you are supposed to understand it and note. And next is development of workers to their greatest efficiency and prosperity. नाम से पता चल रहा है development. Development means when you are going to develop them. Develop means उनकी training करानी है, हमने उनको prosperity तक लेके जाना है, उनकी efficiency increase करानी है. If we think कि इस बंदे को काम ये सीखना चाहता है, हम इसको थोड़ा सा सिखाएंगे, he will be perfect in this. So we should make efforts to make him perfect in that work. Because if we'll do perfect work, that will be beneficial for our organization only, right? That is for us only. So the management, इसके अंदर लिखा है, the management should select the workers, assign jobs as per their physical, mental and intellectual capability and potential, and then train them as per the job required. जैसे बैंक है, बैंक में हमने एक क्लरिकल में एक बंदा अपॉइंट कर लिया है, हमने पीओ की पोस्ट पे अपॉइंट कर दिया. Now we are supposed to teach them. Select तो हमने बेस्ट ही किया, जिसने वो एग्जाम क्लियर किया, इंटरव्यू किया, तो then only he was like selected for the job. But now we are going to teach him how to use this bank software. Each bank has its own software. तो कोई भी नया बंदा आता है, उसको नहीं पता कि वहां क्या करना है, लैपटॉप या पीसी पे बैठ के वो उसको क्या पता कि क्या एंटर करके अकाउंट ओपन होगा, क्या एंटर करके एफडी बनेगी. So like this, we are going to appoint them as per their physical, mental and intellectual capabilities and then train them as per their job requirement so that they can give their best shot for the company, right? So that is all for the class today. All principles of management we have covered, principles of scientific management also, and principles of FW Taylor we have covered. Now what is left? Techniques of FW Taylor is left. That is again a very important and big topic of this chapter that is going to start tomorrow. Now in case you have any doubt, you can ask me, any one of you.